My name is Cass Johnson. I'm the owner of District Clay, a pottery studio in Washington, D.C. And today Washington is ground central for SNOWZILLA, one of the biggest blizzards ever to hit the D.C. area. In fact, it may be the biggest blizzard to ever hit the D.C. area. Predictions range from 12 to 30 inches over the next 36 hours. As you can see, it's now started to snow lightly, and it's going to just pick up more and more and more as we go on. We're going to track the progress of the storm through a little camera over here that's going to take a picture every 10 minutes. And it's going to take a picture of 7 mighty pots against this mighty big storm. Here are our pots, ranging from 12 to 22.5 inches. Your challenge is to choose which pot is going to be closest to the final snowfall in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to briefly review the pots, then I'll tell you how you can vote. Okay. The first pot is a beautiful pot. It's made by Mark Shapiro of Stone Pool Pottery. Great guy. As you can see, he does very fine work. He uses slip, wax resist, ribbing. His work is always exciting, always unique. This pot actually has a lid, but because if we put the lid on, it'd be the same size as the other pot, we took the lid off. But it's a beautiful piece of pottery, Stone Pool Pottery, Mark Shapiro. Our second pot is 14 inches. This is a beautiful Kevin Crow Thai River Pottery jar. Kevin fires his pots for 5 days in a gigantic wood kiln that holds 1,500 to 2,000 pots. He fires twice a year. This pot is actually not glazed. This beautiful running cream is the ash that builds up and falls over the pot as the pot heats up. Kevin is one of the top wood fire experts in the country. I've taken a couple workshops from him. He has a delightful wife. He does workshops at his home in the woods, and the food is great as well. Okay, I'm being told to move right along. This pot. When Matt saw this pot, he said we had to have it, and I agreed. This is a Dan Finnegan pot. It's also wood-fired, though it's quite different in look from Kevin Crow's pot. Very elegant, great handles. What we have is slip being poured down from the bottom of the pot up, and glaze being poured down, creating these marvelous striations of color and crackle. That's a Dan Finnegan pot, and that pot comes in at around 16 inches. All of these will be posted on our website. Next is the biggest picture I've ever seen. This is a Bill Ghostman pot. I picked this up at the St. Croix Pottery Tour. Thought it was fantastic. Another wood-fired pot. Beautiful fishes on either side. Great strong handle. I love to look at this pot. I've never filled it with anything. It'd be great for beer and a big party. Maybe we'll have it over the weekend. Okay. This pot is also one of my favorites. I think it comes in at around 18 inches. This is an Archie Johnson pot. Archie and his wife retired and built a fantastic pottery in southern New York. It is unglazed, dark clay, fantastic handles, beautiful top, wonderful shape, very solid. Archie does a whole range of different things, but this one caught my eye, and I was taking a class with Kevin up at his beautiful pottery, and just had to have it. The next pot Here's another great pot. These are all great pots. This pot, Matt and I saw at a craft show in Baltimore. It's a Brandon Phillips pot, also wood-fired, but covered with this beautiful celadon glaze. Wonderful top that seems to float above the pot itself. You can see these ridges actually catch the glaze, creating these dark lines. When I took this home with me from the fair, I actually put it in my bag, snug it up against it. It's an outstanding pot, and love looking at it. Final pot is 22.5 inches tall. Donna Craven, Seagrove Pottery, a pottery village in North Carolina, which you should go to if you haven't been. A very tall bottle. Bottles are not easy to throw, and something this tall is certainly very difficult. This is actually small for Donna. She throws really big pieces, gourds, bowls, huge jars. She's a fantastic potter. I picked this up at the Mint Museum shop for $75. Shame on you, Mint, for charging so little for it. It's a wonderful pot, 22.5 inches. So there you have it. 7 pots against SNOWZILLA. Go to our website, www.districtclay.com. Vote on which one you think is going to master the storm, and if you think the storm's going to win, you can pick the storm as well. We'll be doing regular updates. Check it on our pots, and thank you very much.